Afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the property. It's Friday, August 6th, 2021. We haven't been out here in about 2 weeks to cut grass, so Joe and I had to change a belt on the deck of the 50-inch Toro time cutter. I don't know what happened last time, but the new belt seems to be working fine, and Joe's been going there as I've been weed whacking and edging around here. And after he gets done with this second mow, we will be headed back there to check out what the Egyptian wheat's doing, what the switchgrass is doing, and give an update on how some of the fruit trees and the clover plot are looking. So beautiful, hot, 80 some degree day, muggy. We're out along the shores of Lake Erie. So we'll give you an update when we get to the back. Catch you. All right, we're back at the Corona Forest here. Here's just some Norwegian spruce that we planted last year, but then we had some that we planted this year too, because several got rubbed up last year during the rut. So over there are some of our blueberry bushes. These are the two good rows of spruce. And then this right here is our row of switchgrass that we planted. Kind of close off this northern end of the 1.2 acre food plot expansion, clover plot that we did last year. If you can see across there, that's where we built the or planted the wall of Egyptian wheat. And I'll take you guys back there, and that looks like it's well over 8 feet now. So the switchgrass looks like it's coming along fine. Not too many weeds. We used the RK24 King Cutter rototiller to plant all this, and looks like it's coming fine. We need to come back here and cut this grass around the spruce, but I'm gonna take the long way around. This used to be our opening that we take the truck and all the equipment back there to work on the food plot, but we wanted to close this access off, so that's what we got going on there right now. Let's go check out the Oak Tree Road. Probably should be adding extensions on some of these tree tubes today too. When I walk back and Joe gets done cutting the front yard, we will put those extensions on. And that might be it for the day. It's pretty hot. But take a walk with me back here through Oak Tree Road. We'll go see how this Egyptian wheat's doing and how the clover plot's doing. This is a replacement oak tree from this year. It was small, but it looks like it's doing fine in the tree tube. This one from last year, this needs a tree tube extension today. Looks like it's doing fine. The knock on wood, the deer haven't gotten to it yet. This little guy's in there. Like I said, these ones I planted this year were very short for some reason compared to the seedlings that we got last year. That one's doing fine. That's last year's. something happened to this one. Yeah, there's nothing up there. And right here, holy cow, these chestnut trees that we planted this year are doing wonderful. Most of them are at the top of the tube. Now this one wasn't even out here 2 weeks ago and it's grown that much. So, and that one down there is right near the top almost. So definitely some tree tube extensions going up. Uh-oh. Some more coyote scat. Here we're coming up on this wall of Egyptian wheat. And back there behind the Egyptian wheat is some bedding areas. Right there is our clover plot, looking pretty good. Right there's our brush pile from all the clearing we had to do last year during the pandemic. In late March, early April is when they delivered the RK24 tractor to us out here. We already had everything cut down and cleared, but we ended up spending a couple weekends or a couple weeks out here just pulling stumps out just so we can get this clover plot right. And looks pretty good. Needs a mowing, but right now in August it's too hot and I'm not gonna scalp it and kill it. So let's check out this Egyptian wheat. This stuff is easily over 8 feet tall and growing. And a frickin' chestnut tree from last year coming out of that tube. Chestnut tree from last year coming out of the tube. Chestnut tree from last year coming out of the tube. And if you can see through this shorter version of the Egyptian wheat, for some reason we have a couple chestnut trees that we planted this year. That one's coming out of the tube. This one this year coming out of the tube. Let's get those fixed and extended before somebody decides to come on or start eating them. And that's where the Egyptian wheat ends, and that's where the switchgrass, some weeds back through there. That's what we have going here. Some whitetail Institute Imperial Clover. Definitely has them walking. You can definitely see where they've been browsing. Time to go home and check some trail cams and see who's been out here. Go check on the persimmon trees that we planted last year. The mulberries are over here in the cages, and they took a while last year. I think they're getting too much shade, but they're coming along. But the persimmons, the crab apples, and the 2 Thanksgiving pears that we planted are doing excellent. Persimmon tree. need to get in these cages again and weed whack and mulch. Persimmon's doing great. Persimmon doing great. Surrounded by ferns. Take care of that with the weed whacker. And another awesome persimmon. That's a year old right there. Over there are the crabapple trees. Stuff's doing awesome. There's the Thanksgiving pears. Probably somewhere straight ahead between the entrance to the Egyptian wheat and somewhere near the brush pile, we'll be putting a blind for hunting season, or eventually we'll have a stand back here. Right here on the eastern edge of the property, we've got some more oak trees from last year and some more chestnuts, but that is an oak tree from last year. It needs to be sleeved. I know at least one of these, if not both of them. Both of these chestnut trees will be sleeved as soon as I go back and get some zip ties and tubes. That one's coming out. That one's coming out. So plenty of success with the trees this year. Let's walk up through this path and see how the peach trees are doing and the gala apples. Need to take that tulip tree down and give that pine some room. Got enough tulip trees out here for enough. That is a peach tree. Looks like it's doing fine. Another peach tree. And our gala apple trees. These two are from last year. And then these replacement ones we planted this year, I think they're Johnny Macs from Tractor Supply in Madison. And then this one started losing leaves a couple weeks ago, and it's not looking so good. But losing one 2 years in a row sucks, but we're not out here every single day to keep an eye on things, so I don't know what went wrong with that one. And then this one's doing okay. And that's it. I gotta go get the tree tube extensions and get that work done today. Take care. Well, we're back here in the original clover plot that I did probably about 2 or 3 years ago with the groundhog Max and the Still Farm Boss. Just came back here and started clearing trees, and I basically ran over all the stumps with the groundhog Max and just pulled a couple of them out this year when we finally got the tractor. But this summer we've been overrun with wild raspberries, and I've not neglected back here, but I was afraid to always cut it. And the worse, or the longer I've let these raspberries go, the more invasive they've gotten in the clover plot. So I decided to, even though it's August, come back here and give us a haircut. We're expecting some rain next week, so hopefully this clover bounces back and these raspberries are gone for a little bit. And back here is our 1-year-old Whitetail Institute Imperial Clover kill plot. Have a pretty healthy looking back here. So that's about it for a 1-year review of what's been going on the property. Take care.